today's featured tech tool is Whiteboard FI, and what it is a digital whiteboard that you and your students can both use in class. It's a great way for formative assessment and just to see how students are working in real time on a question that you ask. How it works is that as a teacher, you write a question on your whiteboard and it gets pushed out to all of the students, and they each have their own individual whiteboard that they would be working on. And they can only see the teacher whiteboard and their own whiteboard. They can't see other students' whiteboards. And you can see them answer the question in real time, and you can see all of the student whiteboards at once. At the end of the session, if you wanted to save all of their work, you could save all of their work as a PDF. What you do to set it up is you get a temporary room in the free version, and you can have students join that room, and then you can see their progress. So first you would come over here and just click New, and then you could type your class and then your email. And that's pretty much it for setting up a class. Give students this link and then they could click on the link to join the room. Or you could just give them these last digits here and they go to Whiteboard FI and then just join the class with that room code. Or they can just paste in that whole URL. Okay, and then they would put in their name and then join the Whiteboard class. And that's it for setting up your digital whiteboard. So this is the student whiteboard. So right here their whiteboard pops up. They can toggle this to see the teacher whiteboard as well. So if you had their question there, and then they can write their answer down here. So let's go back to the teacher one so you can see how to set that up. Okay, so here's my first student, and as students sign on, all their whiteboards would pop up in this section, and you could see student one's whiteboard, student two's whiteboard, and so on. Now if I want to write a question, I can come here and you have all of these different tools. There's math tools. You can add in an image. Some of these other features like adding in a PDF you have to pay for, but you can add in an image and you can write a question. So I'm just going to type in a question. So let's do question number 1. And then to get it to just push out to students, it'll push out automatically, but you just have to click off of the text box. And then it gets pushed out to students. So let's go back to the student one. So here's my question that I pushed out to my student. They can come down here and write in their answer. So I'm just going to do a text box. And they could draw, they can use all of these different features. So let's go back to the teacher view so you can see. And so here's the teacher side. And I'm going to toggle mine so I don't see mine. And here's my first student. And as students write, you would see all of their answers pop up here. So it's a great way to see all of your student work at once in real time. Some other tools I want to show you is, let's say I want to ask another question to my students. I can come back here and I can just clear this if I wanted to, but I also can just come down to the bottom and have another slide here. So I'm going just to do this slide and put in another question. And then when I want students to see this, I just come over here and click on this slide. I can come up here and clear all student whiteboards. So it'll erase them all and then they can start fresh. So if I go to the student one, here's the teacher question, and then their whiteboard is cleared off and they can answer that. Okay, so here's their answer to question 2. I come back to the teacher one, I see that, and now I want to save all of their work. I can come here and I can save all the whiteboards as a PDF, and we'll open it up so you can see what it looks like. It would have their student name and then their answer, and all of your students' whiteboards would pop up on this PDF. Okay, so that is Whiteboard FI. It's a real easy tool to use in your classroom if you want your students to have a digital whiteboard and to see all of their work in real time.